guys, it's Kelly. I have just a very small beauty haul for you guys. I went to the drugstore and picked up some things, and then I also got some things from Sephora. And so I thought I would kind of go through. It's not very much, but it's just a little something that I thought I would show you. Maybe we could do some swatches and we could kind of go from there. Before I go any further, I do want to start with this item. I've talked about this in my favorites videos before, and it was time to get some new antiperspirant deodorant, and this is what I use. I use the Secret Clinical Strength, but I use the one, it says prevents stress sweat protection, but it says that it's the proud sponsor of Oprah's Life class. This is the one that you're looking for that has that on there. It says stress response, and you're also looking for the words smooth, solid. This is an excellent product. It says 48-hour odor protection. I mean, I can't imagine going 48 hours and having to depend on it for that long. But this is the one that you want. They do have it in the gel, and it's awful. I mean, it is terrible. I accidentally purchased that once before, and now I'm so very careful that I get the smooth solid. It does not leave white marks on your clothing or anything like that. But this, if you're looking for a deodorant, an antiperspirant deodorant that is really, really good, I would suggest this. But this just happened to be in part of what I purchased from the drugstore, and I thought I would mention it again because I've told several people about it. But if you're new to my channel and you're just kind of curious about some things, I live in Alabama, and when you live in the South or in any humid area, you know, this is just something, you know, that you really kind of have to have and use. And I know there are a lot of people that are really into the natural deodorants now, and they say they're happy with them, that sort of thing. And I know there are some people that don't even wear deodorant or an antiperspirant or anything like that. They say that they don't need it. Are you guys seeing my air quotes here? Guys, I got news for you. If you are a man or a woman and you have sweat glands, then you need a product because you're producing an odor. You may have gotten, your nose may have gotten used to your own smell, but that doesn't mean that people around you have gotten used to your smell. I don't care if it is a natural deodorant or if it is more on this, you know, just this, you know, typical mainstream sort of deodorant. You have to use it. And one of the reasons that I'm going this far into the conversation is because I was on the elevator the other day with someone who obviously either doesn't use it or hasn't used it enough. It's summertime. I used to talk to my students about taking care of their bodies, and part of it is using deodorant. So please keep this in mind, that you need it whether you think you do or not. And if you have children, be sure and talk to them. The other thing that I picked up at the drugstore is the new L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. I picked mine up in 203 Nude Beige. Now, I did the best that I could with this as far as choosing the right color. It has taken me a while to get my hands on this. So I chose, the finish is radiant. It's not matte and it's not demi-matte. It is actually very dewy. If you don't like really dewy skin, and with this, if you have oily skin, you're gonna have to blot during the day. I mean, there's just no, I mean, this is a dewy foundation. It's, it is meant to, be a radiant finish, and it's meant to be hydrating. And if you have oily skin, you either need to stay away from this or be prepared to blot during the day, or maybe you might want to mix it a little bit with the Infallible Pro Matte so that you don't have quite as dewy of a finish as what this provides, because it does indeed provide a very dewy finish. Let me pull this thing open and let me just kind of show you. I don't know how many of you are really familiar with the L'Oreal products, but this one is, if you can see here, it is much more fluid than the matte. It's a very wet foundation, and it's meant to. This is a great match. I did good, yay! Because I was just guessing. I mean, you know, in the stores here, in our drugstores here in America, we don't have testers for most things, and you know, like they do in Europe and other places. But can you see that there's a lot of glow? It gives you a luminous finish, and you can see that it is touted as medium. Let's see, coverage. It says medium, but I know for a fact that it's buildable. So if you have a lot of spots to cover and that sort of thing, I think that you will enjoy that. I also picked up another color tattoo. This one I did not have, and I chose this one. I've already done one look with a blue eye, and I love the Maybelline color tattoos. They're 24-hour wear supposedly, but I will tell you that these are absolutely wonderful. Now they have a new product out where it is the color tattoo, and it's in what looks like a concealer container, where it has the wand, and you use that to put it on your eyes with. I've seen a lot of really bad reviews on that because it's very difficult to get it on and blend it out and placed exactly where you need it to be before it's already set. I like the cream version because this is called Tenacious Teal, by the way. Isn't it gorgeous? Oh, it's so pretty. I'm going to be doing another blue eye look. And I wanted to use this as my base. And of course, it's buildable also. But this is just one of those colors. And once you do open this, please keep it closed. They're not cheap. So if you don't keep them tightly closed, they will dry out. I think this is a beautiful color. It does have a little bit of a sparkle to it, but I'm going to be using this for a 4th of July look on my channel. And so, yeah, stay tuned for that. So those are the 3 things that I picked up at the drugstore. The deodorant, the new foundation, which I was really glad I finally found. Like I said, I picked it up in 203 Nude Beige, and I'm really fair. The colors on this are really limited. There's only 12 shades, and it's really, honestly, it's going to be directed more at fair to medium skin tones. If you have a deep or dark skin tone, there's not going to be a color for you in this. And that's really sad and unfortunate. 12 colors, but they're all geared, you know, more towards fair to medium. And you know, there's the pink undertones and the yellow undertones and all of those. But, yeah, guys, I hate when companies come out with a product, but they don't have a really wide variety of colors. You know, they need to be appealing to everyone and not just a certain group. And so that's unfortunate. But if you are in the medium to fair to medium, whatever. And this does have an SPF of 15 also, by the way. But be careful if you are oily, and be careful when choosing your color. If you have a tan, then it'll probably be okay in the darker color. But if you're deep to dark skin tones, you're going to just want to pass on this because you're not going to have any options. But yeah, and I love the color tattoos. I love those, so I wanted to try those. Now, I also made a order with Sephora. Now, I don't know if you guys, let me go ahead and just kind of show you guys what I got. I am VIB Rouge. I don't know if this was Beauty Insider or VIB Rouge, but this is the 500 point perk that I chose. And these are the samples that I chose. I've never used the All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation from NARS. And they had it in the Santa Fe, which is this medium color right here. I'm sorry about my nails, guys. They're still breathing. They're still breathing. But anyway, yeah. So I went ahead and I picked this up. I thought that, I could at least test it out and see. It feels almost like, and it may be just the glue, I don't know, but it doesn't feel very smooth in there. We'll see about that. I love the brand Fresh. As you know, I love their lip treatment and their lip balm. This is a Umbrian clay mattifying mask. It's for normal to oily skin, deeply cleanses and purifies. I'm going to try this tonight. I'm very interested. I love masks and that sort of thing, but I've never tried the Fresh brand masks, and I certainly have not tried this clay mattifying mask. So since it's for normal to oily skin, that tells me that it's everybody. And then I also chose this. And if you don't realize it, when you purchase on Sephora online, you do get to choose 3 samples. And a lot of people go ahead and check out without, choosing their samples. But I just say, hey, go ahead and, get the samples, because it may be something that you want, to try. This is Briogeo Curl Charisma Rice Amino and Avocado Leave-In Defining Cream. No sulfates, no silicones, no parabens. So basically, this is a leave-in conditioner, and it says apply 1 to 2 quarter-size amounts to damp hair evenly from root to tip. Do not rinse. Air or diffuse dry your curls. Okay, well, I don't have curly, well, actually, the older I get, the curlier my hair seems to get, or especially around my face, I'm beginning to have frizzies. I'm going to go ahead and try this. I have a bit of natural curl in my hair. We're going to see if it kind of chills that out just a little bit. So those were the main samples that I got. Then I got this. This is by Lancome, and it is, it says the Melt-In Sleeping Mask. It says hydration infusion, healthy glow, refined texture. So it says it's basically meant for you to put on before you go to bed at night. This was like a little extra that they had. Lancome is a wonderful, wonderful brand, so I was kind of excited to try something new from them. So this is what it's a pretty good sized little sample here, and it just says Melt-In Sleeping Mask. So it says that it's for all types of skin, even sensitive, which is always good, because some of you, if you have, it can say for all skin types, but if you have sensitive, it can still bother you. So I like that they mention that it's even for skin sensitive people. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my mask, and then I am going to see what this does, because my skin is so dry, it can always use a drink of water. So I'm going to, I'm sure this has probably got a little, no, it's open. I'm sure it's just like a little cream though, but I'm going to try that. Now, the order I actually placed was, I have been telling you guys that I was going to get this, and I couldn't decide if I wanted to get, this is for my under eye circles. I could not for the life of me decide if I wanted to get, if I can get it open, I couldn't decide if I wanted to get the, well, I'm going to have to get my scissors here to get this open. Okay, there we go. The orange or the pink. Most of the time, an orange concealer, it is what they say is good for, because it's on the opposite side of the color wheel from purple, which is what I have, or purple dark circles. But this one says that it says Brighten dark circles with this pink color corrector and look wide awake even if you're running on empty. Our innovative lightweight formula illuminates as it blurs flaws for a correcting effect, and it's infused with vitamin C and vitamin E. Well, that's exactly what you look for in an under eye concealer. But I was looking and I couldn't decide between the orange and the pink, so I went ahead and went with the pink because of what it said. I took their word for it, but I am excited to finally try this, and I'm going to do it when I try this makeup. But you can see, I think anything that is in the orange, salmon, pink range, I think that it's gonna, it is surely gonna help. I mean, nothing can certainly hurt it. There is, nothing that can hurt it. And you can still see that bruise where I had that IV. It's all up down through here when I got stuck there, and then I had the IV there. It mattes down really fast. So I'll be using a damp beauty blender on that to keep it from looking cakey, but yeah. So this is the product that I actually purchased, and the reason I went ahead and made the purchase is because they were offering this as a perk online, and I got an email saying that they were offering this, and I thought, you know what, I love Laura Mercier. I actually have most of these products, but having them in a smaller size, whether it's for travel or whatever, is always good. So I went ahead and got this, and it says, and here are these crazy little things again. Okay, this is a primer. It's the foundation primer, and I love this. First of all, I love the foundation that comes in the tube that looks like this. But this is a foundation primer. You can always use a different primer depending on the time of year or what you need. It just says smooth on foundation primer by gently massaging into skin, can be applied over moisturizer or on a clean face before concealer or foundation. So Laura Mercier, I love the products that she does, and so yeah. Now this is just like a little miniature translucent powder. We've seen this before. This is a loose powder. It's got the little thing on there. But for travel, guys, this would be perfect to keep in your purse. I know most of us probably keep a little powder brush of some sort. And you could open this up just to kind of blot away some of the shine and that sort of thing. This is, let me get this and let's just read exactly about this, because this is the one that I've not ever had. It's Infusion de Rose Nourishing Oil. Okay, so it's just basically, it is a product that you put on. Let's see, it just says nourishing oil. So I would assume this is something like a sleeping oil or something that you would put on. I don't know if it's anything that you should mix in with your, it just says nourishing. This would be something that I would use at night. I need to do a little bit more research on this particular product. It's got the little dropper. But that's a pretty good size little tester, because oils go a long way. You really only need a drop or two, really, and to warm it up between your fingers and use it. So several uses in that, I believe. Then we got this, which I just thought was really, really cute. I don't have the bronzer, but this is a really good size little sample of the bronze. It's the Matte Radiance Baked Powder in Bronze 03. I love her Matte Radiance powder. I love to set, especially during the summer, I love to set my makeup with it. And so this, this is a really pretty, let's see, I'm just barely touching it. It's, it's not going to show up a whole lot. I think you can kind of get the idea there that there's a little bit of color in it. I like the powders because you can build them up. I prefer to have face powders like this that you can build up instead of going in too hard and making a mistake. Then the other and the final piece to this little package that I got from Laura Mercier as my perk was this lip gloss in Tulip. Let me say, does it say lip gloss, or does it say lip glacé in Tulip? Okay, yes. So it says it's a rich color lip gloss, and it provides a high shine finish. So it's a really, really pretty summer color. Oh yeah, you can see that's, oh, that's so pretty. I love that color. But yes, it's a lip gloss. I love having small sizes of things that I use so that when I travel, I can carry things that I'm used to using. If I forget something that I'm used to and use something different, I'm more likely to have a reaction or a breakout. So yeah, I really loved this little set here. So if you are in a situation where you can still get this, if you are a VIB or a VIB Rouge, then you should still be able to get this. And, you know, then I can use these and test these out in a first impressions video for you guys. I'm going to try these out on my hair and my face and see how those go. So, yeah, guys, I mean, you know, I'm pretty happy with, I knew that it would be very small, but it, you know, it was something that would be great for travel, and I did want to try the bronzer, but now I'm really excited to put this on and see how it wears. Of course, I would put a lip liner under that, but yeah, so that's it, guys. It's really not much. I just wanted a chance to kind of talk to you guys, kind of get back in the swing of things, that sort of thing. I've kind of dropped off the map just a little bit, and I apologize for that, but as I mentioned before, I've not been feeling very well, and yeah. So we're just going to go with that. Guys, thanks for watching. If you liked it, if you would, please give me a thumbs up. Those are always helpful. And if you're new to me, I don't normally ramble all the time without a purpose, but I would love for you to join my YouTube family. So if you would, please hit that red subscribe button down there in the corner. Guys, I appreciate you watching. Bye.